So it's Sunday. It's November 6th, and it's 11:30 at night. Yeah, haven't vlogged yet. Haven't really done much. I edited last week's vlog, and then showered, and I've been kind of laying around all day. Just today's an off day. I'm not feeling great. Not like sick, but just kind of like don't really feel like doing anything. So, I actually wound up taking a nap. Salem came into my room meowing, and he wanted pets. And what he likes to do is he'll sit on my bed and he'll meow until I lay down with him, and then he'll curl up next to me and I'll pet him. So I was doing that, and because I was on bed, I fell asleep. So I took a nap with Salem for a while, which was kind of nice. And then I've just been kind of laying around reading. So I haven't had a day to do that for a while. I had originally planned on working on my cheap art supply challenge, but I'm still not sure what subject matter I would like to draw yet. So yeah, I think what I'm probably going to do for the rest of the night, I'm eating dinner, by the way, like super late, but I made BLTs. And I've already decided I'm not going to watch The Walking Dead live tonight. I'm going to take a break. Dave's friends were over this weekend and the living room's kind of messed up, and I'm really not up for tidying it in 20 minutes and watching the show. Seems like Alicia's not going to watch live either, so I'll probably watch tomorrow on, like, Messenger while we're watching it or something, but yeah, I think what I'm probably gonna do after I'm done eating is, probably do a little more road test prep work, since I'm, paranoid about it. Go through the manual again, and make sure I have everything in order, because tomorrow me and Dad are getting Mom's car, so, yeah. Yeah, I'll probably do some more road test prep or something. But yeah, I think it's okay to have a bit of an off day. At least I managed to edit the vlog this time, so I'll make sure to upload that and schedule that later tonight or something, so yeah. Oh well. I think I'm probably going to feel blah until after Tuesday no matter what. Just because of this whole test looming over me in the election, but the election's really not much I can do about that except vote and then wait to see what happens, but the road test is kind of psyching me out, so yeah, probably not going to be too productive on the video front till after that, but we'll see. Alright, so it's Monday, and it's about 2:45. I had a weird start to my day today. I woke up around 6, was up until 8:30, went back to sleep for a while, got up and started moving officially around 11. And then I went to feed the cats, and Salem was being a little brat because we put his food bowl on one of the counters so that the other cat can't get into it. And usually Sam can jump up there just fine. Well, today he's being a little whiny brat, and he didn't want to jump on the counter, and he just kind of sat there and cried, and reached up with his paws, and tried to get me to lift him. And he tried walking around to the other side of the counter, where it's lower, so he could jump up and walk around. But I don't like him doing that, because the stovetop is on that side, and he has to walk across it. And I don't want him thinking it's okay to walk across that stovetop, just in case, it winds up being still warm after we use it, so yeah, no, I was pretty much arguing with him for like 12 minutes until finally I gave up because I wasn't going to stand up there all morning, and picked him up. But I swear, if he does this again tonight, there's going to be trouble. So yeah, that was part of my morning. And then I kind of hurt my foot when I was coming down the stairs because he came down with me, and I had to kind of move around him. And I kind of, when you step on the side of your foot, like on the outer side, and it kind of crumples underneath you a little bit, that's what happened. So it hurt a lot, but the pain went away pretty quickly, and I don't even see bruising, so I'm not that worried, but still, it was really annoying start to my day. Anyways, you can see I'm getting ready to go, because Dad and I are going to go out to Mom's in, where is she, Westfield, I think, to get her car, so that I can do my road test tomorrow. She's going to swap cars with Dad for a day, so yeah, so Dad's probably going to run a couple errands on the way there, and then we're just going to swap cars. So, because I'm guessing most of today is going to be, like, in the car, I'm not actually going to bring my camera, so I'll pretty much won't be checking in again until I get home, which will be later tonight. I think it takes, like, a good 2 hours to get out there, so yeah, it's going to be a long day, but that's okay. So, I better finish getting ready. So, it's 7:30 and we're back. We've been back for a little bit, but I was kind of waiting to hear back on a few things before vlogging. So, Mom's car's a no-go. We got out there and we swapped cars, and I started to drive the car out of the parking lot for her apartment, and as soon as we hit the road, there was this awful grinding noise coming from like the front wheels on the passenger side. I mean, it was loud. So clearly there's something wrong with that wheel, or Dad's not sure what it is. It could be the axle, it could be the brakes. Something's off, but it's enough that it would not be acceptable for the road test. I mean, Dad wasn't even entirely comfortable driving it all the way back here. So we turned right back around, swapped cars again, told Mom what was up, and came back. So the whole hour-and-a-half ride back to Athol, I was really upset, because, you know, thought I would have to cancel the road test and reschedule, and, you know, that was a big bummer, and I was really upset about that. But we came home, and I messaged John briefly to ask him if his car was in good condition. It's still not, but I figured I'd try, and Dad started messaging to find out if we could get a car from Roberta's family, and it sounds like her dad's car, is in good condition and is acceptable, has the e-brake and everything. So it sounds like Dad is going to get up super early, go out there and get her dad's car, and then bring it back. So assuming everything goes well by the time he gets there, I should still be able to take the test tomorrow. So that's good. Yeah, I'm still not 100% like, you know, I'm kind of still preparing to be let down again, because that was really a big bummer. But I mean, if all goes well, apparently the car's like super old, but as long as it works and it's, you know, registered and like in good condition, and the e-brake and all that other stuff, it works, then I should be okay. But I guess I'll just wait to see till tomorrow for a final update. Dad's leaving at like 4 in the morning to get the car, and so by the time I wake up tomorrow morning, we'll know for sure. So anyway, Patrick's making dinner. I think it's almost done, so yeah, I'm gonna eat and just kind of relax the rest of the night, because yeah, that was not a fun afternoon of me just getting worked up and freaking out over stuff. But yeah, hopefully things tomorrow will go well. So okay, so it's about noon on Tuesday, and we're gonna head out to Greenfield soon. Dad brought the car back. I don't know if Patrick will be able to come with us because it is really small, but yeah, so I'm going to do my hair, and then we're going to go to Greenfield, and I'm going to take my road test. And then we're going to vote after, because Dad had to sleep. And the polls are open until 8, so we've got time to do it. So, yeah, I'll bring the camera with me so I can vlog, like, the immediate thing after. But obviously there won't be any vlogging until after the test, so. Alright, so it's like 3, I think, and we're back in Athol. So the test was a no-go. We were able to drive out no problem, but when we were in the lot and starting the test, the engine stalled twice in the parking lot, and so he canceled the test for that. Which doesn't count as a fail, so I just have to reschedule. But honestly, I'm disappointed, but you know, I appreciate the effort Dad went to get the car. Honestly, the thing that's bugging me the most is that Dad snapped and yelled at the guy after telling me that I was done, because of how hard it was to find a car with an e-brake. So it's not so much the fact that I couldn't finish the test, it's the fact that Dad snapped and pretty much threw a fit, yelled at the guy, and slammed his car door that brought me down more, because that was so embarrassing. And I'm going to bring it up when we get home. I'm just going to wait till we get home. So Dad's picking up some prescriptions, and then we're going to go vote, and I don't know, maybe get a few more things before we go home. So, but yeah, no, today was not so great. This car is like a 1995 car. Like, it's old, and while it didn't stall on me on the way to Greenfield, there were definite engine problems, you know, where it was rattling and I had to give it more gas to get up hills and stuff. So it's mostly just the fact that the car is just not in the best shape, especially in the engine, and that was enough. So yeah, I'll just reschedule and make sure that either Mom's car or Dad or John's car is in good condition for my next test. So yeah. Alright, we're home. We voted. Got my sticker. I'm talking with my friends online and Alicia. And yeah, so, you know, I told them about the whole, you know, engine thing. And it sounds like Dad's talking to Grandma right now, or somebody on the phone. But I did talk to Dad about the whole yelling thing. And he apologized eventually. But yeah, no, I think he knows it's not cool. Next time, better just don't say anything, because yeah, the guy was just doing his job, you know, and I wouldn't feel comfortable if a car was stalling a lot either, because, you know, what if it stalls in the middle of traffic? I mean, that's a hazard. So I completely understand why I wasn't given the okay to take the test. So it's just kind of annoying with, you know, how much effort was involved in order to get a car that had an e-brake in the middle. So, but John's car has a parking brake and Mom's car has a parking brake. They both have other issues involved, but considering how difficult it is to schedule a road test, I'm probably not going to find a date until January anyway, so hopefully one or the other can get fixed enough that I can take the test with them. So, yeah. I may not schedule another test today, but I might at least glance to see what kind of days are available. And I don't know, maybe I can find a test date closer to Lowell and take it with John or something, or I don't know. I've got some options. My permit's good for another year and a half, so, because I just got it back in June. So, you know, I've got plenty of time to get things figured out. It's a bit of a bummer, but I'm not as upset as last night. Because like I said, last night I was mostly upset because I wasn't even going to be able to try to take the test at all. I tried today, at the very least. So, you know, it was a really old car, and it just couldn't handle all the strain we put on it today. So, that's alright. And, on the plus side, when I failed, he gave me this little sheet of paper that says why I failed, and on the sheet of paper is an itemized list of everything that is on the test. So exactly what they check for and exactly what sort of things would fail me. So I've got a study sheet, so that's pretty good, because I hate going into something and not knowing, you know, what I'm supposed to do. I mean, you know, driving stuff, but like in this case, I know exactly how many mistakes would get me to fail, and I know what kind of mistakes would be worse. So, like, this is way better because I can sort of keep track of it in my own head, which makes me feel a little better because I'm really, you know, just, I don't know, obsessive like that. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm eating a really late lunch, and we're going to get Subway later, and there was talk of maybe getting some booze, because depending on how the election goes tonight, I'm probably going to want a drink. So yeah, my drink of choice is Mike's Hard, so it's not like I'm going to get drunk, but, you know, a little treat might be nice. But it's not even 4 yet, and the polls don't close here until 8 o'clock, and the polls out in the far side of the country, like California and stuff, they don't close until 11 here. So, you know, we're not going to have any idea of how the election's going for sure until 11, because California's a big state. They've got 55 electoral votes. So it's really impossible to call until they count theirs. So, yeah, it's going to be a long night. Okay, so I have rescheduled my road test. I was talking online with my friends and Alicia and letting them know what happened, and Laura offered me to use her car. I don't know if I've already said it's in a clip already, but if I have, I'm sorry. But her car has an emergency brake, and so I was looking for for tests available out near Lowell, and I found one in Lawrence. So I scheduled one, and then I talked to her. I scheduled one for a Thursday. Thursdays don't work for her, so I found another one on a Friday. But it sounds like we're good. So I have a new road test in Lawrence on December 2nd, which is a Friday, at 1 p.m. So either I will be going with Laura, and she'll be my sponsor, or if things get a little weird, John's off on Fridays, and Laura said me and John can borrow her car for the day for the test if for whatever reason she can't come with. So there's some options in there, there's some wiggle room, and I have been in Laura's car before. I've never driven it, but I've been in it before. I know it works well. She's never complained of any issues, and I'm going to be in Lowell next week, possibly, for like a day at least. I don't really know how that's going to work. I got to talk to Dad about it, but next time I'm in town, I might go see Laura, check the car out, maybe ask to give it a spin or something. I don't know. We'll talk and figure it out, but yay. So I have another test scheduled. I just have to pay the fee again, which is really annoying, but yeah, I specifically picked a test in Lawrence because Lawrence is a lot smaller than Lowell, and there was a rumor in high school that the test in Lawrence was easier than the one in Lowell. Like, all of my high school friends took their road test in Lawrence and always said it was way easier. That was 10 years ago, so I don't know if that still holds true or not, but it did have that reputation of being an easy test. So, we'll see, but I'm pretty much ready. It's just car stuff now. And now that I've got this little study sheet of exactly what would fail me, I should be fine. So, Dad already went out with Patrick to get dinner and to bring home some alcohol so we can have a drink tonight. It's only 5:30, so the polls haven't even closed yet. So I'm not even watching any election coverage because it's all speculation now. They're not allowed to count anything until after 8, so I don't really know what I'm going to do. I still have to think of something to draw for the Cheap Art Supply Challenge. Still not sure what I'm going to do for that. Maybe I'll do a few drawing prompts and, like, brainstorm or something. But now that this road test thing is out of the way, there's a couple things I've been neglecting that I need to do again. So, like laundry and stuff. So I'm probably just going to jump back into that tomorrow. So, yep. Today is a comfort food day. Patrick suggested we get Ben & Jerry's. I didn't know about this until they came home. So there's Ben & Jerry's, and then there's also Mike's Hard in the fridge. I'm probably going to save at least one Mike. I'm not going to have any Mike's Hard for a little while. I'll probably save that as like an end of the night thing, depending on how things go. But it's 8:30. The polls in Massachusetts and a few other places closed half an hour ago. And major news shows are already calling results, but it's still a little too early to tell for sure. Hello, Alicia.
Hello.
I'm vlogging, just so you're not like, why are you talking to yourself?
I think it was John here.
Yeah. So yeah. But I'm not worried about Massachusetts. It's always historically been a Democratic state in terms of the elections. So just kind of have to wait to see how the things go. On one hand, it looks like question 4, the legalization of marijuana, might go through because it's looking pretty good so far. Okay, so it's 10:30 and still too early to call the race, but Hillary's got 109 electoral votes. And Trump has 168. He just got Ohio. Hillary got most of New England, so that's good. And also it looks like question 4, the legalization of marijuana, is going to pass in Massachusetts. It's looking pretty good. It's still pretty close, but the gap has widened, so I'm not really worried about Massachusetts. So I cracked a joke earlier about how, like, if Trump should win the presidency, we can at least spend the next 4 years in, like, this stoned haze of denial. And be like, Trump president? Who's that? I can't remember that. So I've got the NBC live stream going on YouTube on my Nook right now, and I'm watching this electoral vote map of Massachusetts on my computer for question 4. And I'm also talking with John and Alicia. Hello, John.
Hello.
Are you stressed out?
Gary.
Yeah. Alicia went to go talk to her mom about the election, but she's drinking Jack Daniels. And I've got Mike's Hard upstairs, but I just finished my Ben & Jerry, so I'm letting that settle. Patrick is drinking rum and coke upstairs, and last I was talking to him, he was going on about what he and Dave should do in case Trump supporters in Athol form a coup d'etat. So he's had a lot of rum. He's having fun. Yay him. At least he's not stressing out like I am. So.
What?
Yeah. I'm gonna, I guess I'll check back in later. Election update. It's 11:44. Booze is gone. I'm tempted to get another one. Because the night's not going that good. Hillary's got 209 electoral votes. Trump has 228. And some of the key states are still too early to call, like Michigan has 16 electoral votes. And I heard someone saying that if Hillary doesn't get Michigan, it's pretty much all over. I am very stressed right now. How are you guys doing?
Not good.
Alicia? Okay, everybody cry now. Yeah. So, yeah, just gonna keep waiting and, see what happens. So, when the election's over, I'll update you, and you'll either see me jumping for joy or crying. And yeah, I'm apologizing now that my vlog is going to be super long because of all the election updates, but this is really important. I can't remember what I said last time I vlogged because I have had another Mike's Hard since then, but it's really close. Trump has 244. He needs 26 more to win. He's poised to get Pennsylvania with 20.
Well, he's up to 215 now.
She is? What'd she just get?
I don't know what she got.
Again, if Clinton doesn't get Pennsylvania, there's no chance. That's 20 votes. It's so close right now. I can't. I am so stressed right now. Oh my god. So it's 6 in the morning on Wednesday. I went to sleep around 2. I couldn't stay up, and I woke up just now, and I had to check to see what happened. And around 3 last night, Trump won the election. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm actually really scared. I mean, maybe it won't be that bad. Maybe he won't get that much done because he's lazy or something. It's the only thing I can hope at this point, but his entire campaign has been built on, discrimination, especially against people like me. Pretty much anybody who's not a straight white cis man. His whole campaign has been against. And I know that him and Mike Pence have made a major agenda of theirs is to get rid of LGBT rights and women's rights, and I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen for sure, but I'm just not happy. I'm really not happy. So yeah, that happened. I don't think I could go back to bed now, even though I know I only slept like 3 hours. I can't. So yeah. So it's about 2:30. I was able to sleep for a little while and I woke up around noon. And yeah, I'm still, not great. It's really hard to know what to do after that. I've been talking to John and Alicia online. They're coming over Friday. I said I needed some time with them. I'd like them to be over. So they're going to come over. And I've decided not to do an art video for Saturday for my art channel. I don't have it in me to finish an illustration in 2 days. I don't. So what I plan to do instead is on Friday when John and Alicia are here is I'm going to record a message for my art channel about, yesterday, and pretty much tell everybody on that channel that I want my channel to be a safe space for minorities. I want people who are just as upset about the election results to feel that they have a place to go, that they can talk to me. I want my channel to be a place where hateful language is not allowed, where, you can talk about your problems if you want. Even, it's just an art channel, I know, and I don't exactly have a lot of subscribers. Anyway, I'm near 400 now. But I still want to do that message, because I think it's important to do that, and I also want to open up, and let people know that if they're feeling upset about what happened, they can message me and talk to me and stuff like that. So, considering what, and it's not just for Americans either, if anybody is feeling upset about this in any country, because this is going to affect everybody, in various degrees, but this has global impacts, so, yeah, I'm going to record that Friday. I think it's a good thing to do, and, whenever something like this happens, it's really important for those of us who are going to suffer the most when stuff like this happens to reach out to each other. So, yeah, I'm going to do that Friday. Dad is going to go pick up Patrick from work soon and go grocery shopping, and I think I'm going to go with, I wasn't really feeling up to it earlier, but I have been sitting in front of my computer for the past hour and a half just refreshing my social media and looking at everybody else being just as upset as I am, and I can't do anything today. I was describing, what was going on to John and Alicia on our group message. I was talking about, how, well, for instance, I was mentioning to my dad how upset I was this morning, when I was crying, and that I didn't want to go out, I just didn't want to be around people, and he kind of scoffed a little bit, and was like, this won't be the end of the world, it's bad, but it's not that bad, kind of thing. And I was just sitting there thinking, I wish I could have, the confidence of a straight, white, cisgendered man right now, because it's not going to affect them as much. But everybody who's not part of that group, we're in mourning today, and that's what it really feels like. That, I'm in mourning, and it's so draining. I was really upset this morning, and I'm working myself up again, so I need to stop that. But most of the time, today, after I ate lunch and I was just kind of scrolling around on my social media, I feel numb. I feel defeated, It's just hard to know what to do. So, he's knocking. But yeah, so I think I will get out, because sitting in here and staring at my computer's giving me a stress headache, so I think some fresh air might do me a little bit of good. But yeah, Dad's knocking right now, so I'll check in later. So it's Thursday. It's about 3:30. There's not much going on today. John and Alicia are going to come over tomorrow, so I'm just doing some cleaning around the house today. I'm still feeling kind of lazy, and, a little unmotivated, but yeah, I do need to get some cleaning done, so that's going to be the plan for today. And I want to record a video for my art channel tomorrow, so I'm probably going to write something, get my thoughts on paper, so I know what to say. But no, I'm mostly just kind of taking it easy. So, yeah. Yeah. So, it's Friday, and it's about 1 in the afternoon, and Joe and Alicia are supposed to be here some point today. I messaged them asking if they've left yet, and there hasn't been any comment in a while, so I'm assuming they're on the road. So, I'm just eating lunch now. I'm just kind of hanging out and waiting. I want to record a little message for my art video today, and we're just going to hang out, I think. So, it'll be good to, you know, have us all together, and we can discuss plans for the next 2 weeks, and all that fun stuff. So, John and Alicia are here. They've been here for a little bit.
Hi.
Hello.
We just recorded a video for my art channel, so I'm going to edit that. That was loud. Edit that and export it and get it ready to go up for tomorrow. And we've just been hanging out mostly and discussing election things, because we're.
It's fine because we all pretty much have the same view on the election.
Yes, that's true. And so needless to say, we're
Exactly the same.
Salty.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Like salty garbage, Karen.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're just gonna. On the good note, though, we've been discussing the whole legalization of marijuana in Massachusetts, and my dad is making plans already to be a grower. Like, he bought like this computer chip system that will do the growing for him, and he's been playing with it for the past 3 weeks. And when he got it, he said he was gonna do it for brewing beer. No, not what he had in mind. He is going all out. It's called a Raspberry Pi, the computer chip system. He named it Pot Pie. And his entire setup, he has named Potbot. That's my dad. That's where I get it from. So, yeah, he's already making plans to set up us part of the basement and be a grower. So, once this all goes into effect, we've got a supply. Because my dad's like, yay.
It's been a long time for me. They've
Yeah,
never done it.
never for me and John. But, yeah, that won't be a problem because my dad is, like, really into this. Like, really. Like, he's been researching all kinds of stuff. So, that's going to happen. That'll be interesting.
Unplug your mirror for now. Just 'cause I gotta.
Okay. So, yeah, so I'm going to edit the video and we're going to hang out and maybe get food later and, yeah, just kind of a chill day today. Alright, we're going to go pick up some pizza. They already left because I forgot my vlog camera. But, yay.
Hold on. It's closed.
Yeah, they have.
So it'll stay on my head when it wiggles.
Okay. Yep, just like that. And then the button.
It came off, but whatever.
It's okay. And then the button is right there in the front.
Right here?
Yep.
I want it.
That is such a Vondi hat, isn't it?
I like how it literally just wiggles it. It literally goes.
That is such a Vondi hat.
Who wants to pull their money? Get it for Vondi.
I think my friends are bored.
Huh.
What have you been doing this whole time? You've been doing it too, John.
Yes, I have.
He's not gonna do it for the 4 hours, are you, John? You do
No.
the chicken.
They don't eat ear blood.
Oh,
They don't eat ear blood.
Dance, monkey,
Dance, monkey, dance.
Anyway, it's 11:15, so I think they're gonna pack up and take off there in a bit. I've been working on Patreon stuff, and my page is actually almost done, so I think I might be able to finish it tomorrow and launch it in like a week or two, so yay! Alright, so John and Alicia left, so I am uploading the video from my art channel right now and scheduling it, and I'll get all that ready to go. And I'm also writing in my planner, just trying to figure out what I'm going to do for the next few days. And yeah, I think tomorrow is going to be cleaning day. I've got some laundry I got to do, a couple of the things tidying wise that I want to do, and then I might just use tomorrow to catch up on some of my shows because I'm behind on The Walking Dead and Once Upon a Time, and my friend Laura has been bugging me to catch up, so I'll probably spend tomorrow as a catch-up day on those shows while I'm doing things like laundry and stuff, and maybe do a little bit of light sketching, try to figure out what I'm going to draw for my Cheap Art Supply Challenge next week. So yeah, so I guess, yeah. So it's Saturday, and it's like 5:30 in the afternoon. I slept really weird last night, so I wound up sleeping in. And today's kind of a lazy day. I've got a load of laundry going, and I'm just kind of doing random stuff. Right now, I'm actually refilling my watercolor palette because a couple of the wells were looking a little low, and I figured, and I had just found a good list of tips for how to open watercolor tubes when they get stuck, because the ones are known for doing that. So yeah, what you do is you soak the cap in warm water and use pliers to open it, and then if you put a little bit of Vaseline or petroleum jelly on the threads of the actual tube before you close it, it makes it easier to open later. So trying that. The downside is, though, when you're twisting with pliers, sometimes you can rupture the metal or the little plastic or whatever it's made out of tube, which I did with this one, which is my Purple Lake. It sprung a hole and started leaking out the side, so I just cut off the top and squeezed pretty much the whole tube into the well, and so it's slightly overflowing, but usually when the wells dry they shrink a little bit, so I'm not too worried. But yeah, I've actually squeezed out the entirety of several tubes by now and thrown them out, so I'll have to replace them later, but I don't think I'm going to get through all of that pretty quick, so yeah, I'm kind of bored, so I'm just kind of playing with paint. And I've purchased one tube for my skin color palette, a skin color palette that I want to make, and I know I have at least a few of the other tubes, or I might have used up one or two by now filling this thing up, but I have my old palette over here, and I'm going to begin that too. Still need to buy a couple other tubes to finish it, so yeah, I'm just, kind of bored, so just kind of playing with stuff while I work on laundry, and I'm going to make dinner in about an hour, so yeah, just kind of winding down for the week. So I'm not very happy, which sucks because it's taco night. I made tacos. I freaking love tacos, and kind of ruined my mood. Hang on a second. Sorry about that. Skype issues. I wanted to talk to John and Alicia about all this, and logging into Skype was a little weird. It was like, it wouldn't let me log in, and I couldn't figure out what was going on, so I said screw it and just made a new profile, because I have like a million email addresses, so I can do that. But yeah, so Dave's friend Josh is over, and he's upstairs, and he's waiting for Dave to get home. They're doing a work night, whatever, and I think I tolerate Josh most of the time. When we're not discussing certain things, I can get along with him to a point, but politically, we are completely opposites. Like, we don't agree politically about much of anything, and we've had arguments about stuff before. It was either earlier this year or late last year, we got in a little argument over abortion rights, and my dad put it very well when I was talking about him early after that, and I agree completely with what my dad said. If you don't have a uterus, you don't get to tell anybody else what they do with theirs. End of story. Josh didn't get that. We got into an argument. I said, okay, clearly we can't discuss politics. I'm done. I'm out. I left. And it never came up again. Well, with the election, Patrick and I were discussing the whole electoral vote controversy going on right now, how some states may change their electoral votes because they haven't officially voted yet. They don't until the 19th. And he was mentioning it to me, not to Josh, to me. Josh piped in, and we started. I hesitate to use the term discussion. It was more like an argument, or at least on my end. I got very passionate and started yelling at certain points, because he's very stubborn. It's seriously, it's like talking to a brick wall sometimes. He voted Trump. Big surprise. I was voicing some concerns I had, and some concerns other minorities have, and he was telling me not to worry about it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, you're a straight white guy, of course you say that. So, that wound up in a big discussion, and the culmination of the argument was over transgendered bathroom usage, and he quoted the usual argument that a lot of people do, that men will go in, that this will allow men to go in the bathroom, and he doesn't believe men should go in there. And at which point I screamed, they're not men, transgender women are women. I yelled a lot. I got so pissed, and it's like, it's one thing that he can say from his perch, from his very conservative Republican family, not to worry, when I have all my queer and trans friends on Facebook crying the past week because they're terrified of their rights getting taken away. So I said at one point, we're done. He kept trying to talk. I'm like, no, we're done. I can't talk anymore. I'm getting pissed off. We're done. Took my food, came downstairs. And as I was leaving, he said, I'm sorry if I offended you, but it was kind of like not like he's really sorry, but he's saying it because it's something that I would want to hear, and I would if he meant it, but I don't think he even realizes what he said that made me so mad. Like, that kind of tone of voice is what it sounded like. He just still doesn't get it. And I pretty much just laid down a ground rule. I'm like, clearly, we cannot discuss politics in any shape or form ever again, because we just argue. And he goes, well, I wasn't really arguing. And I'm like, no, doesn't matter. We don't agree. I'm never going to convince you of anything. You're never going to convince me of anything. I'm done. I can't. It's just going to piss me off. Just no more, ever. I can't talk politics with you because I just can't. Done. So I came downstairs. And that was maybe 10 minutes ago, so I'm still kind of... So I haven't even touched my food yet, which is a sign of how pissed off I am, because taco night is, like, my favorite night. Like, clearly, I prepare when I do taco night. I've got, like, avocado and sour cream and shit in here, so I'm like, tacos. But I'm too mad to even eat. So I asked John and Alicia to talk to me on Facebook, so I could rant like I'm ranting right now. And I was also talking to Patrick on Facebook because he was part of the whole argument as well. Mostly he was kind of backing me up and mostly just kind of watching me just rage. And he was talking to me about Facebook about possibility, like, if this happens again, we should tell Josh he's not allowed in our house anymore, because Dad actually has said he will back us up on that if Josh says or does something that truly offends us. And I'm willing, I hate confrontation, so at this point I'm kind of willing to give him a chance, only because Dave lives here, and they're working on a group project, and it's more convenient for them to meet here to work on their project. And usually when they work on their project, they keep to themselves. So, since I've told Josh no more discussions like this, because it's only going to start an argument, I'm going to wait to see if he adheres to that rule, and if this happens again, I'll mention it to Dad, because if we tell Josh he can't come over anymore, I'd rather Dad do it than me. Patrick said he'd be happy to, but I'm like, oh, let's let Dad do it, because if one of us does it, Josh will try to be like, well, why? It's better if Dad does it, because then it's end of story. He's done. So I'd rather my dad do it, because I can't. But anyway, I should probably actually get my Skype thing figured out, because Alicia just messaged me and said they're ready, and that was a few minutes ago, so they're probably being like, where is she? Because I'm busy doing this. So yeah, that was, God, this has been the week from hell, really, like, from hell. Also, when I was doing my palette earlier, I fucked up, because I put the wrong tube of paint in the wrong pit, in the wrong actual well, because I wasn't paying attention, I had to scoop it. So, not that that was a big screw up, but, kind of just, I was like, well, I fucked that up, so I'm just not great right now. So yeah. Plus, I have my... Oh, okay, John found me. I should really get off now. I will, check in later with my end of vlog clip, I guess. Alrighty, so it's almost 11 and I got to talk to John and Alicia for a while, so I feel a lot better. I told them what happened, and then we just kind of were our own goofy selves and just looking at silly things on the internet and sharing it with each other, so I do feel much better. I'm probably not going to stay up much longer, so I might just mess around on the internet until I get tired. So, I think I'm going to end the vlog now. This will probably be a long vlog, but it's been a very long week. A very crappy week in some cases, in a lot of cases. So, yeah, thank you guys for sticking with me, and if you did. And hopefully next week will be better, because this one was not great, but, yep. Anyway, I'm gonna maybe just mess around on Tumblr before I go to bed, so, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. You silly kitty. Hi. Do you want to go back under? Okay. Box.